Good afternoon and welcome to Galactic Soul Healing. Today I'm going to do a reading and we're going to be looking at where we are in our in our Earth connection. In other words, how is that going for us? How are we faring? And also getting some assistance on some guides from the angels and ancestors, some hints and suggestions about how we can help that process, and also the animal dreaming. So we're going to actually start with pulling 3 cards from the Rider-Waite deck, and we'll just do a quick shuffle. And so this is kind of going to be on the topic of our Earth connection at the moment, because I think a lot of people are kind of feeling pretty maybe confused, anxious, and there's a lot of fear going around, which means we're really going to have to ground out. But this is just kind of going to shed a little bit more light on perhaps what's going on, as to why that's sort of happening. All right, let's just okay, I'll just say a quick prayer. Okay, I'd like to just call in the Archangels, any Ascended Masters, Lightbeings, any collectives, also a Galactic Federation of Light, if there's any guidance that we need to take note of at this time. Also just letting everyone know that if something I say does not resonate with you, please don't take it on. If it does, that's fine. Just perhaps look into it or explore it more for yourself. So, yeah, let's cut the deck. And like I said, we're going to pull 3 cards from here. And, they're just kind of going to be a little bit indicative of where we're at. And we're just tuning into those collectors as well to see what messages they have for us. So here we have a 5 of Cups, and this is, quite a sad, sort of a sad figure. So, we are feeling, or the state is that we are disconnected from the earth, okay, many of us, and this is part of what's causing our sorrow, okay, because when we lose touch with the earth, we also lose touch with our own energy centers, our own sense of groundedness, and our own sense of belonging on the earth. So if we're feeling very disassociated and disconnected, okay, that's this is what's sort of happening. And we have some cups up right here. They probably don't have fluid in them. These have literally tipped over onto the earth, pouring out on the earth, so to speak. And yeah, these are perhaps potentially filled up again. So it's kind of saying, hope has not been lost completely, but we need to just really start to turn our hearts and our attention towards our earth and our earth connection. So, our own, not just on an intellectual level, but on an emotional and a physical level. We need to be more involved with the actual earth and with nature. What's the message that I was getting from that one, from our guides? So here we have the 6 of Cups, and isn't that interesting? This looks like a country house, okay, a country, it's kind of reflecting a country setup, and the image here is that there are smiling faces, the cups are full, okay, and there seems to be a degree of abundance here, even though perhaps the houses might not be of perhaps super high quality, like they're not of basically not a rich person's house, but the earth connection is there, and these people are feeling that pulse from the earth. They're feeling that they belong and that the earth is sustaining them because they have these look like flowers, but that could also be like vegetables and things like that. So if these are peasants, they probably are more unlikely growing vegetables, things like that, and so they'll be quite connected to the earth. So these cards are quite in contrast, and yeah, and also the number 5 chakra is about the throat chakra. So, and this number 6 is about the brow chakra. So it's about really intuiting in our connection to the earth if we can do that. And now we have the majestic Knight of Cups. So there is forward movement here. We can, if we put on our suit of armour, put on our warrior mindset, mount our noble steed, so to speak, or basically find our means of arriving at a state where we can feel connected to the earth again, and our cup is filling up, so to speak. But this is also a symbol of incoming energies that are assisting us to move forward with our earth connection, and it's bringing more happiness and joy and contentment, okay, along with that. But also this, animal connection here as well. Here we have nature and animal, okay. Yeah, and this is a card of strength and fortitude. So Spirit's really guiding us to, we really need to move from here to here. We kind of need some of this. Yeah. So let's just, I also, we'll have the animal dreaming. Let's just pull a couple of cards. We'll just kind of, this is like the voice of nature itself, so to speak. And, the voice of the elementals, the nature spirits, and animal spirits even. So let's, just cut this deck here. And let's just pull the top card here. Okay, Weaver of Dreams. Right, the spider is awesome. Very creative animal. Very big on, obviously, this beautiful geometry that happens with web making. We have a beautiful spiral here. So it's saying spiral in to our center to find that connection with our creativity, because our creativity is linked ultimately into our soul's connection with our environment here. Okay, so we're connected here. And this is an empowering card for those of us in this situation who feel disconnected, and that is that you have the potential to create a new dream, a new reality. Okay, as long as we can gather up ourselves and our energies and move forward in a way that's going to help that. Dreams, saying pay attention to your dreams. If we want to create a new earth and a new sustainable way of living and producing food and things like that, and also connecting into our own energy body, feeling grounded and centered and a lot less anxious and fearful, that we are able to create that for ourselves. Okay, this is a really positive card from nature as well. So that's really gorgeous, because that's saying that we are more capable than we realise. Like literally, the spider has 8 arms, so we might feel that we only have 2, but we actually have a lot more to us than just our physical arms. We have our creative minds, our powerful emotions. We have our energy body and our light body, and our higher selves as well. Yeah, and this is literally just going back into center, recentering ourselves, and that is going to happen when we have this as well. We have this earth connection here, so that's going to be awesome. Okay, I'm just going to grab a card now from the Angels and Ancestors. So let's just grab this, and there might be more meanings that you can glean from this as well. But this is literally like a turning away from earth connection, isn't it? And you know, you may well say, well, that could be for other reasons, and that's perfectly true. But because we're on the topic of earth connection, it's like this person's turning away from earth connection, and there's going to be sadness as a result of that. And it has been a global thing, okay, that's gone on, as we know, since the era of industrialisation. There's been a slow sort of turning away from looking after the earth and caring for it. So let's just cut the deck here, and I'm just going to pop a card here. And we have literally the cover image, wow, which is Animal Guardian. Trust your instincts. Okay, so if you go on the earth, you go for a nature walk, and you feel it makes you feel more peaceful, and it kind of regenerates you in some way, you know, listen to what that's saying to you, okay, because it's actually powerful. It's going to be a really great way for you to just reconnect back into the earth as well. And it's also just saying that this is a lesson that we can learn from the animal kingdom, is that many animals trust their instincts and their intuition more, which is what us humans are needing to move into, to balance it with our logical reasoning intellect. Because if we are our logical reasoning intellect and we are not intuition, okay, we're going to move into this, because we're not going to be listening to our inner guidance saying, okay, I need to ground now, okay, and that's what we that's what we need. And yeah, so the animal guardian, but isn't this beautiful too? Like, this person's literally on a horse. And here we have, in this image, we have a beautiful panther, an owl, crow, and a deer here as well. And all of those animals have different qualities. Obviously the bird is very high consciousness, so it's alluding to us to tap into our higher consciousness, our higher selves, okay. The deer is very gentle, the deer is very gentle and soft, okay, and delicate. So we also have that within us. We are soft and delicate as well, so we need to treat ourselves with care. You know, the raven or the crow, you know, is highly intuitive, often associated with magic as well. And we are magical beings, of course. You know, we have an energy body, a light body, that's all attached and filtered and integrated with the physical. And here we have the panther, a very powerful, graceful animal. Okay, we actually ourselves have power, okay, a lot of power. And the wings here are the wings of this guardian figure here. And just like her, we are also angelic beings, okay? We have a lot more power than we realise. And a lot of, if we can sort of perhaps look upon or look towards animals to help us to balance ourselves out, balance us into our earth connection, our intuition, okay? Get feeling back into the body a little more than we have, because if we're over here and we're just in the mind, okay, it's not, you know, we're just in the thoughts that are just going around, and we're not really centering down, relaxing down. That's not going to help us with our earth connection and our feelings of security and contentment. Okay, so yeah, so there's some of the messages and support that we have. And yeah, basically this one here, if you find any animal spirit guides that you resonate with, Spirit's just telling me to mention that it's worth pursuing that and looking into that, because you can incorporate that into your meditation, and it may actually help you to move in the direction of more earth connection. Okay. Yeah, and you can look into that for sure. Thank you very much for listening, and I look forward to our next reading. And you have a great, fantastic day, and make the most of that beautiful nature out there if you can. Thanks very much. Bye.